Hello everyone, welcome to our Accounting 210. In this video, I want to do some practice with you actually. So I'm using the chapter 3 practice. Here I also have my textbook. I want to show you kind of how do you find a textbook for all the extra practice. First question asking about would be a cost like you're using a process costing method, right? So we said process costing. So you go to chapter 3. Sorry, maybe a little bit slow. So you go to chapter 3 talking about process costing. Chapter 3 talking about process costing. So in the exhibit 3-1, said process costing is for large, you cannot say process costing is for large quantity of identical unit. So this is on your textbook 106. I'll just put textbook 106. And then we got the answer should be, they also explained like different things. So also read this part. I will say airplane this is not big amount identical, right? Luxury also you cannot be identical. Dinner at a restaurant, actually this is a good question. Dinner, when I go to dinner, I order different things from my neighbor, right? So the dinner, the service, also for CPA, hospital, bank, those, the different clients, they have different needs. So that should be the job costing. So only fishing supplies, the big, massive product identical, answer is D. Next one, which of the following would use a job costing? We said job costing is for each single unit or small battery with very large difference between jobs. So we said health insurance that we said we just talk about that is service, like CPA, restaurant health insurance. That each client they are different, right? So you have to use job costing, Korean water, and then cheap the process costing. So kind of give you idea difference of job costing and process costing. For which of the following would the job costing not be appropriate? So the first 3 questions, electrician. So this is for job costing. Actually, the textbook also said job costing be used. Job costing used by Boeing customer home builder, and then high-end jewelry, unique jewelry, furniture, other manufacturer build related products in small batches. I also say they talked about here said it's also for the service. I cannot find it. Sorry, I found it later for you. But the electrician is for job costing, and then law firm manufacture customer order. So mass product is process costing. So the answer is B. The answer is B. Okay, next one. Okay, next one. Flow of cost, we said the flow of cost. We talk about flow of cost is here. It's your textbook 108. So I put 108 here and then 108. Okay, 108. It's from your raw material, working process, finished goods, and cost of goods sold. Okay, so this is your flow of the cost. Which of the document manufacturing cost, direct labor, direct material, allocated manufacturing overhead. So what will this talk? We said direct labor, direct material, and allocate. So this is your work in process, right? We said work in process. Remember us in the handout video, I said work in process. How do you have work in process? You have direct labor, direct material, and then allocated manufacturing overhead. So this is all in work in process. Next one, what account for direct material, direct labor recorded in? Direct labor and the direct material, they can go to work in process directly, right? We said when you have direct labor, direct material, they go to work in process directly. They go to work in process directly. When accounting for indirect and indirect labor, we said for indirect, it has to go manufacturing overhead. And then when you allocate it, it goes to work in process. So we go to manufacturing overhead first. The amount of manufacturing overhead on a job cost recorded for a particular job is found by. Okay, so we said the amount of manufacturing recorded for a particular job. We cannot trace manufacturing overhead because it's indirect cost. So we only allocate it. We can only allocate it to each specific job. We can only allocate. Next one, talking about that question, ask predetermined manufacturing overhead rate. We said when you do predetermined, it's always your estimated is divided by your estimated manufacturing overhead is budgeted 5 million machine hour and 50 million overhead. So will be 50 million divided by your 5 million, give you $10 for each machine hour. $10 for each machine hour. $10 for each machine hour. Next one, which of the following because sale of cost to produce. We said when you sell your thing, when you sell your products, you increase cost of goods sold, you decrease your finished goods, right? So this is you increase cost of goods sold, you decrease finished goods. Next one, this is a good question. I would say when you do closing manufacturing overhead, and when you close your manufacturing, you always compare your actual with your allocation. You never ever use your estimated. You never ever use your estimated. You never ever use your estimated. So all you need to do is your actual is 700, your allocated is 6,900. So you want this to be 0, you under allocated, you have to put 200 on your manufacturing overhead. You have to increase cost of goods sold by 200, and then also increase your allocation manufacturing overhead by 200. So the answer is A, cost of goods sold 200 and manufacturing overhead 200. Never ever use estimated. Never ever use estimated. Next one, which one is true? Which one is true? Manufacturing overhead is under allocated, the job will be under cost. The job will be under cost. Over allocated, job will be over cost. So none of above is correct. Okay. Next one, when the job is completed, the total cost manufacturer should move from which one to which one. When you finished, you have to put finished goods and move from working process. So we move to which? We move to finished goods. We move to finished goods. Next one. Okay, a market is going to use job costing. Predetermined rate is $15 per hour based on estimation overhead. You don't need this. You don't need to get it. You don't need to worry because you already got the rate. You don't need to worry about, hey, how did you base this? You don't need to worry this. You already got $15. Job this incur direct material and direct labor, and then how do you get? So we said total cost is your direct labor plus your direct material plus our allocated manufacturing overhead, right? Direct material incurred direct material is 50. Direct labor is 75 per hour. Direct labor is 75 per hour. How many hours? 6 direct labor hour times 6. So direct labor plus direct material plus our manufacturing overhead rate, allocated manufacturing overhead. How do we get that? We use the rate times the actual cost driver. So I just do this, right? So the rate is $15 based on direct labor hour. How many actual direct labor hour? 6, right? So if you do the math, I don't have the phone, I have my calculator. So 75 times 6. Okay, 450 plus your 50 plus your 90 will be give me 590. This should get the answer D. Oh my goodness, I'm so smart. Okay, so I think really this is a good practice for your multiple choice. You have some concepts there, you have some calculation here. If you have time, I would suggest my students to look at all these multiple choices so you will be ready for your exam. Okay, let me know if you still have any question for chapter 2 and chapter 3. I'll see you next time.